Hi everybody, my name is Josh Adkins. I'm here in Panama City Beach, Florida with Crew. I go to Ohio University, I study industrial engineering, and I am out here for my second year of being on Crew's spring break trip, sharing the gospel on the beach with people that don't know it yet. And it's always awesome to see and hear how God is working in the lives of college students. And I just wanted to share how God has used Crew to change my life in college.
Imagine a long hallway filled with closed doors. Each of these doors are labeled with things like academic achievement, success in sports, popularity, dating relationships, entertainment, and wealth. It seems like there are endless doors to choose from. I picture myself standing at one end of the hallway, convinced that the thing I'm looking for is behind one of these doors. If only I could figure out which one. I begin to wander down the hallway looking for labels that seem promising. Behind one of these doors, I'm hoping that I can find unconditional love, what I've always longed for most. And for a while, it felt like the answers found behind several of these doors were enough for me. Although I didn't grow up going to church or knowing God, my childhood is filled with good memories. I did well in school, played 3 sports, had a lot of friends, and a family that loves me. And then everything changed. We moved from my hometown when I was in 6th grade, and soon the foundations that I'd built my life on of family, tradition, and achievement began to crumble. I was stuck in the hallway again, needing to find a new door to open. I did not know anybody when we moved. I could feel the effect of this immediately. In this new environment, I didn't think the real me was enough, and I started to change who I was. I forced myself to talk and act like the kids around me who had a lot of friends, and over time, I became someone different.
High school is a blur, and even the clearest memories I have are ones that are dark. I went on a journey to find unconditional love, but went down the wrong path. I thought I could find unconditional, satisfying love in my friendships and relationships. I looked everywhere in the dark for the light of love, to the point of complete sorrow and anguish as my efforts always came up short. I didn't love myself or believe I could be truly loved. And during my junior year, I was buried under self-hatred to the point of attempting suicide. In the middle of trying to end the pain, I heard my mother's voice calling for me. Later that evening, my mom asked me if I had thought about hurting myself. I was so shocked that she asked that I began to break down.
My mom had just become a new Christian, and she started telling me about how I was created in the image of God, and that my body is not mine to take because my body is His, and He redeemed me through His Son Jesus. My mother, comforting me, helped me to not entertain the suicidal thoughts I was having, and her words about God and Jesus made me want to know more, so I started going to church. Once I got to college, my mom encouraged me to go to some Crew events. I got plugged into a Bible study right away and began attending each week.
For a period, however, I lived a double life. I called myself a Christian, yet I still lived in sin and thought that was okay. I would go to Bible study on Wednesday nights, and afterwards I would get drunk with people in my major and try to find a girl to sleep with. However, the guys in my Bible study showed me that that kind of life is not what God wants or commands.
They did this in such a loving way by investing their time and energy into teaching me the Word, hanging out with me, praying with and for me, and inviting me to other Crew events like Fall Retreat and Summer Mission. They showed me grace and demonstrated what it looked like to leave a life of sin to pursue God. It was at Fall Retreat where I really began to see my life change. He explained that God is not just a part of our lives, but that God is our life. From then on, I found the thing my heart longed for, Jesus Christ. Because I found satisfaction in Jesus' love for me, I no longer needed to fit in with friends or look for love in relationships with women. I was growing so much in my faith that I decided to go on a summer mission with Crew. I was persuaded to go to Ocean City, New Jersey because of past student stories about living with a group of believers who had the same desire to grow more in their faith by sharing it with others. By the end of the summer, I felt confident sharing what I believed and was excited to get back to OU to share the gospel on campus. And for the past 3 years, I've been given the opportunity to lead a Bible study for young men. Leading men and sharing about God's unconditional love has been one of the most joyful experiences of my life. And even better, some of these men were in the same place I was. To see where some of them are a few years later is such a blessing. God is so good. For so long, I paced that hallway filled with doors, looking behind each one, ignoring previous disappointments from their answers. Little did I know that the whole time God was in control. He led me to a different hallway, a narrower one with only one door.
And to share this, the words of Jesus in John 10:9 say, "I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved." On entering that door, I was met by the unconditional love my heart longed for, Jesus Christ. And now I get to live with the joy, peace, and purpose of knowing I get to experience that love for eternity.